Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're looking at some of the specials for Amazon's second Prime Day from TID Radio. We got a lot to cover. I'm going to try to cover it as quick as possible, but give you information on the sales coming up, so let's check it out. Alright, for folks that don't know, the deals start tonight at midnight from the 11th and 12th. You're going to be able to get in on some amazing deals on Amazon's second Prime Day. Okay, this is a new thing they're doing this year. The radios are going to be all listed below. I'm going to have all these listed below. I'm going to show you a little bit about each radio. Now, I don't have time, obviously, to go into detail on every single radio. Some of these you've seen me review individually, like that UV5R Pro over there. Some of them you've seen in the past, but I am going to be able to give you a little bit of information about each one and what's going to be on sale. So, the coupon code that I have, along with Prime Day, will save you another 20%, and that is Iridium. That'll be linked down below. I will have a link for every type of radio you see in front of you here, down below, okay? They will also be in a new section in my Amazon affiliate store, which will be ham radio and communications gear. So, check that below. The first thing we're going to talk about is right there, and that's the little wireless programmer. Let's take a look at it. Now, you folks have all known how hard it is to install drivers and get all that stuff working when you have a brand new radio that you want to program. Even if it's compatible with Chirp, sometimes the cables don't behave. Well, this solves all that problem. This will support your phone, from your phone, Bluetooth, and program your radio via this little adapter right here. You're going to turn it on, going to download the OD Master program. The OD Master program is constantly being updated, so there's tons of different radios that it supports right now. There's at least 100 models like TID Radio, Radio Oddity, all sorts of different popular radios you're going to see out there. All the Baofangs are supported, so you'll be able to program your radio. You can do it from the field as well. So if you're out somewhere, okay, and you plug that into your radio, and you learn about a new repeater that you guys are going to have to move somewhere to during a disaster, emergency event, whatever, you can program it on your phone with the offset, PL tones, all that, and send it over to your radio, and you're ready to go. You can also, using the OD Master program offline. Let's say you don't have your radio with you, but you have your phone and your friend tells you about his new repeater that he wants you to try out. Well, you can stick it in the program in your phone, and when you get home, using this, upload it to your radio. So it's definitely a handy little accessory. The last neat part about it is you can import local repeaters. Now, what they've done with the OD Master program is set it up so that all your local repeaters, hopefully, I had a few in there, some were missing, but all of your local repeaters will already be in there. So you can import them from the online database and then upload them to your radio. You don't even need to program them anymore. So this is definitely a cool accessory. I have used this on numerous radios, Baofangs, Radio Oddities, TID radios, everything. Awesome little accessory, very inexpensive. Check it out. Let's move on to the next item. Now this is the TD-H6. They say it's a 10-watt radio. I have tested it and I found it to be 8 watts on the center of the band on 2 meters and 11 on 440 using my little tester. So it does do a little more power than your average HT. Now it does come with a little bit of a better high gain antenna. That antenna does work very well for it. Okay, you will find that you get a little bit more distance with it. You can upgrade always to another one of the TID radio antennas if you'd like. You do have a bigger battery. Okay, that's a 2,200 milliamp hour battery capacity. This thing lasts a good long time. This is why I was thinking about making this into my portable simplex repeater, using a can and putting it in there. I'm probably going to do it with a different radio because I have since acquired an amp for that little portable repeater. So I won't be using this particular model here for that endeavor. However, I have used this. I have talked around on my local repeaters. I reviewed this a while back. It is an awesome, awesome radio. You're going to get 2 batteries. You're going to get a nice, decent high gain antenna. You're going to definitely enjoy this one. And it does have a little bit more kick and power. Quickly, you got dual band frequencies. You got dual display, dual frequency modes, dual standby, Vox, and busy channel lockout. Scan, monitor, voice prompt. You got an emergency alarm on it. Very easy to learn and operate, and they are FCC certified. I know a lot of folks like that. So now we're getting a lot of these radios FCC certified, which is good. It's good to know that they're not going to transmit out of band and cause interference. Let's move on to the next radio. Now this is the TD-UV5R Pro. Okay, this is a 8-watt high-power ham radio. This is definitely going to be a neat little system for you because it's all you need in one box. As you can see, it comes with a bunch of accessories. It does come with the regular antenna as well as the upgraded TD-771 antenna. I find these antennas to have excellent SWR. I got a 1-to-1 on it on 2 meters and a 1-to-0 on 440 testing it out. As far as the power goes, I got about 6 watts out of it. It wasn't up to the 8 watts, but about 6 watts. I really can't complain. A little bit more oomph out there. It's not going to make all the difference in the world, but it definitely helps you out a little. So can't really complain. You do get 2 batteries, so you got 120 hours of battery life. You'll get the second smaller battery, as well as the big longer one. You get the charger base. You're going to get an earpiece. You're also going to get a microphone and a car charger, which is kind of neat. I believe, if I'm right, yep, the little side plug on here will plug into there, and you'll be able to charge this from your vehicle, or you can plug this into the base and charge it from your vehicle as well. Very handy. Also nice that it comes with an extra battery. Manual on this is very easy to organize and understand. There's nothing in it that's all that complicated. If you've programmed a Baofeng before, these are chirp compatible, so you probably will be able to drop over your stuff right over there. I believe on Chirp it's the UV5R Tri-Power, all right, under TID Radio, and that is the one on Chirp that will be able to program your radio. It also will support the wireless programming as well. Let's move on to the next one. All right, the next one is the TID Radio UV5R. This is not the Pro, the regular TID Radio. Again, comes with everything that you need for your radio. It does come with the upgraded antenna, the battery, everything. It'll come all set. Very easy to use. Again, if you've programmed another Baofeng or something like that, you know how to program the TID radios. They're basically the same software inside as far as programming go. You will have a double power source on that. You will get an extra battery, which is kind of neat. Okay, you will be getting the expanded antenna. Again, the TID radio, what is it, 771. So it's definitely a nice little package. If you're new to ham radio and you want to get started, again, FCC certified, no more hassles with transmitting out of band or not working correctly. This thing will give you your money's worth, definitely. The frequency range on it is 144 to 148 on 2 meters, 420 to 450 on 440. Does have your nice high gain antenna. Again, the extra battery, car charger, all that, very, very handy to have. I do have it just sitting in a charger here because it wouldn't stand on the counter very well. But it does have upgrades from the UV5R, the Baofeng. It's got 128 memories, 50 CTCS, and 105 DCS codes. It does have a mode for hands-free operation, your Vox, A and B independent operation for the bands, busy channel lockout, auto keypad lock, and again, like I told you, this guy is FCC certified. It does have an FCC ID. So we're going to move on to the next radio because we're done with ham. We're moving into GMRS. Now you will notice that this next one looks a lot like that ham radio there, but this is a GMRS radio. This is the TDH5. Okay, it's a 5-watt GMRS radio, has 250 channels, including your 22 GMRS channels and 8 GMRS repeater channels. Works right out of the box, 155 privacy codes on it. Again, the privacy codes aren't going to protect your communication from somebody else listening. You just won't hear other people talking on the frequency. It does have a bit of a longer range, which is nice. I did test it. We are a 5-watt output on this radio. Okay, on the shared FRS channels, you do have 2 watts. You've got 8 pre-programmed repeater channels in there and an extra 24 channels in there that you can program. Again, compatible with the TID Radio wireless programmer, compatible with pretty much anything else on here. So it's definitely a nice little radio. I have used this on our local GMRS repeater. It works very, very well. It does hit it very easily from my house. And again, it's not really a long haul. Might think about upgrading the antenna, but for now, it does a good job locally here. And it is nice to have that when you're around the area and you can listen into what's going on your GMRS frequencies. If you just get your license now, which is $35, you can communicate, and the cool part about GMRS is your license is transferable to everyone in your family. If you get a license, your daughter, your son, your husband, your wife, whatever, can use it. All right, there's no test to take, there's nothing like that. So it is a very convenient way of communications, and you do get to play with a little bit more power and a little more range than your average FRS radios. So that's this one here, definitely a nice little radio. Another nice thing about it is it does have the NOAA weather radio and scan and alert. So you can go into the NOAA weather radio setting on this, set it up, listen to your local frequency, go back to your GMRS, and if it sends an alert, it will interrupt you and let you know there is a weather alert. Let's move on to the next GMRS radio, and that is the GM5R. Now this little radio here is kind of styled in the same tradition as the older Baofeng radios. However, this is a GMRS radio, GM5R there, okay? You are going to get 128 channels, 30 fixed GMRS channels, 22 GMRS two-way channels, and again, 8 GMRS repeater channels. You can modify those. It is FCC certified with parts 15B and part 95E regulations. It does have all its numbers on the back, so it is legit to use on GMRS, okay? It does have the upgraded battery, as you can tell. It's a bigger, fatter battery pack there. It is chargeable on the side there as well, so that's a handy little thing to have. Now you can program this via, again, the wireless, via a cable, whatever. Your basic Baofeng cables will work. It's the same setup on the side for the speaker mic. You can use their traditional speaker mics. Something like that works perfectly. That's your connector on the end. So you can use that and it will work very well. I do have this programmed again for our local repeaters. It has worked very, very well for me. I just got my GMRS license 2 months ago, so I'm definitely new to GMRS, but it's fairly simple. If you're a ham already, it just makes sense to get it. There's no test to take or anything. It's 35 bucks. So it's a nice little system, very affordable, very nice little radio, and if you're already familiar with the Baofeng, your GMRS programming will be exactly the same. I did manually program this one. I didn't even bother to hook it up to a scanner, to the computer, or do the wireless programming on it, and I love it. It works great. So that is the GM5R. Now we're done with GMRS. Let's move on to the next bunch of radios. All right, next up, for you folks that don't want to bother with licensing or anything like that, we do have some nice FRS radios. These are the TID Radio TD777S. These are very easy to get started without any kind of communications training at all. You just turn them on. You got your FRS channels, your default 22 channels. Okay, this can use, as you can tell, I have a second radio in here. This can use USB to be recharged, as you can see on the side here. So there is no need to pull out any batteries. There is a battery that comes with it. I'll show it to you really quick. On the back here, there you go. You're just going to pop that battery in there. It's basically a big cell. And you're going to pop that in there. This is your plus and minus, and it says do not invert. So make sure you're careful when putting that in there. They're very easy to install, no big deal. I have not put the belt clips on it, but they do come with belt clips. They do come with programming cables for each radio. This is what the battery looks like uninstalled, okay? So it's basically a pretty common battery pack. 2200 milliamp hours on it. Now for just hanging out with your friends and family, maybe on a camping trip, maybe even on your local area, your neighborhood, these are awesome radios. You don't really need that gain on that. They're very, very easy to use. You just set a channel and go for it. You can set your privacy codes on these so that you're not bothered with it. The 220 milliamp hour battery will run for 7 days. They are USB rechargeables. They come with 6 USB plugs and 6 USB-C cables if you buy the 6-pack. This is the 2-pack. Again, I'm going to have links to all of these packs down below. So I do want you guys to check out all the links down below if you're interested. If you don't want to just buy 2 of them, maybe you want to outfit your whole neighborhood with 6 or 10 of them, the links will be down below for that. So definitely a nice little FRS radio. I have tested the range on these. I would say out here you got about a mile and a half. We're very flat out here. So they will work well in flat areas. Anyway, that is the TD77S FRS radio. Let's move to the next radio. All right, next up, TDV2. These are, again, FRS radios. Very, very handy to use, very easy to use. They do come with a bunch of features, though, however. And this is a 2-pack. I haven't even unpacked the other one yet. We will be doing that. I'm probably going to be keeping some of these FRS radios and replacing some of my old school ones. I have some really old ones from like 2003, 2001. So we're going to be replacing those and start using these guys instead. This does come with a bunch of stuff in it, however. You do have this earpiece, little tube earpiece for your ear. They like to call it the Secret Service earpiece. You do get a charger on it. You will get lanyards. Nice, easy radio to operate. Turn it on, you're ready to go. Just says power on. And you've got 22 channels.
14, 16.
There you go.
9, 4.
Just bouncing around, it tells you what channels are on. So you will get all your channels on this. It works very, very well. You can customize this with for your team. Again, you have the plug on the side here, so you can put in your privacy tones, your codes, and everything. So you can use these a little bit more uninterrupted and unbothered. You will be able to use a wireless programmer on them, so that is really handy. Okay, these have that nice acoustic tube earpiece. We showed you that. They are compatible with existing walkie-talkies. Okay, you have 16 FRS channels in here, and they can communicate with any other FRS radio very, very easily. Even the Baofeng, the Baofeng BF888s, I believe, are the other FRS radios. So you can probably get about 0.6 to 1 mile on these, you know, depending. Like I said, out here we're kind of flat, and within a building, getting out, you won't get out, but within a building, these work very, very well, and they're very handy. I've even used them in casinos, and I haven't gotten any weird looks, you know, from people saying, well, what are you doing with those radios when you get lost and stuff when you're with people? So they do work very, very well. They are a very neat little system. And again, very simple. No need for any kind of licensing. Just simple FRS radios. Let's move on to the last one. And this is the big one on the back there. That whole big 6-pack back there. All right, so next up is this gang charger and pack of 6 TDS M8S walkie-talkies. Now, they always say for adults. I kind of think that's funny. But these are FRS radios. They're easy to use. Again, license-free right out of the box. They can be programmed with your CTCS and DCS codes. You're going to turn on the radio simply. Just turn it on.
Power on.
And then you just be able to talk. So that's the channel we're on. You move channels up and down this way.
2, 3, 2, 1.
That simple. When you're done, you stick it back in the gang charger here. They are all charged up. Again, these will come with a bunch of accessories, okay? They do have pocket clips, which I haven't put on there yet. I will show you what they look like over here. They just snap on, okay? So basically, I take the radio out, drop it in here, snap it over the top, and there you go. Your pocket clip is ready. Move it up there so you can see. However, to charge it, you're going to have to take that clip off the back because it won't fit in the gang charger without taking that clip off. Again, they do have the earpieces. These are really neat for handy, quiet communication. They do come with this 6-pack with a wireless programmer. This is different than the one we have down there. It's the same programmer, but they'll actually come with one, which I think is really neat of them. And of course, you will get a lanyard. Whoops, we threw it on the ground. For each one right there. So I really like this. I think this is going to be my new solution for FRS radios. I'm able to just keep them in the charger here, not have to worry about what's going on with them, just keep them charged up at all times, ready to go. And it will allow me to get rid of a lot of my older technology FRS radios that really kind of old now. They're really not working that great. They're kind of beat up. And they also use batteries where these are rechargeable, so they're very, very handy to do. Again, customizable, very easy to use, very simple, come with a ton of accessories, and definitely a neat little thing. Now, you can get the TD M8s as well. They're the same idea, just a smaller batch of radios. As you can tell, these are really handy because they're pocketable. Now, with that little antenna, of course, with a pocketable radio, you're probably not going to get that much range out of it. But an FRS radio, like I'm using for what I use this for, I don't want a ton of range on this. Maybe I want to communicate with a bunch of people on my property, or maybe I just want to communicate with a bunch of friends while we're out hunting or hiking or whatever, and I don't want this thing to go 300 miles. I just want it to go within our immediate quarter-mile area. So I really can't complain about that. Definitely a neat little system. Anyway, those are the TD M8S radios. I do like this group charger here. That is really neat. You just drop them in there when you're done. You're ready to go when you need them. So that's definitely cool. All right, we got one last radio to do. And I hope this video hasn't run too long because I didn't time it yet. And we're going to take a look at the final radios here. And these are the TD M3 walkie-talkies for kids. Let's get them out on the table. Now, these are the TD M3s right here. Very super lightweight, pretty rugged. Not going to worry about them getting broken or anywhere. You do have a spot for your speaker mic up top there, or speaker. You do have the USB chargeable. It is the older standard USB, not the USB-C. And they are very easy to operate. Basically, you're just going to turn it on, switch up and down. You got your scan and lock button and your lamp button over there. And to transmit, you're just going to hit the side button. Again, they all come with a charger. 2-pack will come with a charger. There is a 3-pack as well. And a little bit of a lanyard, which is handy. You got a little lanyard spot on top there to stick it through, see? And, of course, the belt clip, which I haven't installed. Bad me. But definitely neat little things if you want to keep track of your kids while they're out walking around. Something like that is very handy. You know, you can carry one of these guys. They can carry one of those. And you can keep track of everybody in the immediate area. So it's definitely a neat little thing to have. And keep an eye and an ear on everybody so you know what's going on. Anyway, folks, that's the video. Let's back it up and I'll finish up the video. So I hope I didn't overload you guys with information, but I did want to show you all of the radios that TID is putting on sale out there. TID Radio has all of these radios on sale for this event, for this Prime Day. It's the second Prime Day. Again, it will begin at midnight on the 11th, so basically tonight at midnight when it turns into tomorrow, run through the 12th. You're going to get all these radios on sale. They're already discounted, so you're going to get them on sale. Plus, if you use my coupon code, you get another 20% off. Coupon code is below down there, along with all the links. Make sure you hit read more and see all those links. Anyway, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely cool to see more radio technology working its way into our pipeline. I am very pleased with the rig so far. I like everything here. I gotta say, of all the ham radios that I've used from them, I'm really loving this TID radio right here. That one is a really nice radio, and it does have a little more kick to it and a little more power, so definitely a big plus on that. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching. Don't forget to check all of those links. Remember, click read more and go down there and read them all because there's going to be a ton of links under there. Below that is our Amazon affiliate store. If you don't want to look at all the links, you can just click our Amazon affiliate store. Go in there, and in that new section, which is going to be ham radio and communications and comms gear, you can see all these radios in there. I definitely like the fact that they've allowed me to bring all this stuff to you. They did send me all these radios for review, some previously, some recently. So I want you guys to know that up front. But I definitely like their gear, and I have been using it. Matter of fact, I used that radio recently for an event we did. So definitely cool stuff. It has proven the test of time for me. I've used that one for months now. So I definitely like them. Check them out. Check all their gear out below. Below that is our freeze-dried wholesaler link. That link will save you 15% on your order. All you got to do is click that link. You save 15%. Below that's our My Patriot Supply link. That's preparewithiridium.com. $250 off a 3-month kit. Pretty darn good deal. So definitely check that out. And below that is our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store. I thank you guys for supporting the channel via those links. Stay safe and stay prepared.